From the Apocryphal book, the Testaments of the 12 Patriarchs. The Testament of Naphtali, the 8th son of Yaakov and Bilhah. The copy of the Testament of Naphtali, which he ordained at the time of his death, in the 130th year of his life, when his sons were gathered together in the 7th month, on the 1st day of the month, while still in good health, he made them a feast of food and wine. And after he was awake in the morning, he said to them, I am dying. But they believed him not. And he glorified Yahweh. He grew strong and said that after yesterday's feast he should die. And he began to say to them, Hear, my children, ye sons of Naphtali, hear the words of your father. I was born from Bilhah, and because Rachel dealt craftily and gave Bilhah in place of herself to Yaakov, and she conceived and bore me upon Rachel's knees. Therefore she called my name Naphtali. For Rachel loved me very much, because I was born upon her lap. And when I was still young, she was wont to kiss me and say, May I have a brother of yours, from my own womb like unto you. Whence also Joseph was like unto me in all things, according to the prayers of Rachel. Now my mother was Bilhah, daughter of Rothias, the brother of Deborah, Rivkah's nurse, who was born on one and the same self day with Rachel. And Rothias was one of the family of Abraham. And Casdim, Elohim-fearing, freeborn and noble, and he was taken captive and was bought by Laban, and he gave him Una, his handmaid, to be his woman, and she bore a daughter, and called her name Zilpah, and after the same of the village in which he had been taken captive. And next she bore Bilhah, saying, My daughter hastens after what is new, for immediately that she was born, she seized the breast and hastened to suck it. And I was swift on my feet like a deer, and my father Yaakov appointed me for all messages, and as a deer did give me his blessing. For as the potter knows the vessel, how much is it to contain, and brings clay accordingly, so also does Yahweh make the body after the likeness of the Ruach, and accordingly to the capacity of the body does he implant the Ruach, the Spirit, and the one that does not fall short of the other by a third part of a hair, for by weight and measure and rule was all the creation made. And as for the potter knows the use of each vessel, what it is meet for, so does Yahweh know the body, how far it will persist in goodness, and when it begins in evil. For there is no inclination or thought which Yahweh knows not. For he created every man after his own image. And as a man's strength, so also is his work. And as his mind, so also is his skill. And as his purpose, so is his achievement. And as his heart, so also is his mouth. As his eye, so also is his sleep. And as his soul, so also is his word, either in the Torah of Yahweh or in the works of Baal. And as there is division between light and darkness, between seeing and hearing, so also there is a division between man and man, between woman and woman. And it is not to be said that the one is like the other, either in face or in mind. For Elohim made all things good in their order, 5 senses in the head, and he joined unto the neck to the head, and adding it, the hair also for comeliness and glory. Then for the heart for understanding, the belly for excrement, the stomach for grinding, the windpipe for taking in breath, the liver for wrath, the gall for bitterness, the spleen for laughter, the reins for prudence, the muscles of the loins for power, the lungs for drawing in, the loins for strength, and so forth. So then, my children, let all your works be done in order with good intent, in the fear of Elohim. Do nothing disorderly in scorn, or out of its due season. For if you bid the ear to hear, it cannot. So, neither while ye are in darkness can you do the works of light. Be ye therefore not eager to corrupt your doings through covetousness, or with vain words to beguile your souls. Because if you keep silence and purity of heart, you shall understand how to hold the fast and the will of Elohim, and to cast away the will of Baal. Sun and moon and stars change not their order. So do you also change not the Torah of Elohim in the disorderliness of your doings. The other nations went astray and forsook Yahweh, changed their orders, obeyed trees and stones, spirits of deceit. But ye shall not be so, my children, recognizing in the firmament, in the earth, in the sea, and all created things, Yahweh, who made all things, that ye become not as Sodom, which changed the order of nature. In like manner the watchers also changed the order of their nature, whom Yahweh cursed at the flood, on whose account he made the earth without inhabitants and fruitless. These things I say unto you, my children, for I have read in the writings of Enoch, that ye yourselves also shall depart from Yahweh, walking according to all Torahlessness of the other nations. You shall do according to the wickedness of Sodom, and Yahweh shall bring captivity upon you, and there shall you serve your enemies. You shall be bowed down with every affliction and tribulation until Yahweh have consumed you all. And after ye have become diminished and made few, you shall return and acknowledge Yahweh Elohim. He shall bring you back into your land according to his abundant mercy. It shall be that after they come back into the land of their fathers, they shall again forget Yahweh and become wicked, and Yahweh shall scatter them upon the face of the earth until the compassion of Yahweh shall come. A man working righteousness and working mercy unto all them that are far off, a Messiah